we're back on turn 2 of introductory scenario 4. Here they come, playing combat from Compass Games. We are in the, already had started the SOP at the tail end of my last video. For some reason, I got a little confused there. We need to play one card from our hand as our initiative. I should not have that one. Not sure how I got that there. Um, you know what? Let me. That doesn't do it. Not sure how I got an extra one there. Maybe I clicked it twice. Anyway, we're going to send that to the initiative. That's our initiative card. That's probably what I did. I think I got a little excited and clicked twice when I first started the game. Anyway, it's a discard, so we ignore that. Last time we got the star shell, which of course walked right into my lines and eliminated my guys and didn't help me with the Germans at all. This turn, let's get our friendlies down. Now we have our initiative. We're going to go ahead and put aimed fire on everybody. I already have it on two guys in the other board. These guys will all get it too. Don't think we need to get flustered and start firing fast, because with the darkness that would really hurt. So far we're doing well. Got one victory point already. Now it's orders of enemy turn. We're going to draw an initiative card for blue. And we don't have any left on the board. And then we're going to draw orders for red. And it's going to be for this guy up here first. Oh boy, I'm drawing out of the discard. Blue. Red. I don't know what's going on with me today. He's aggressive in the open. So he's going to get suppression fire, which means he's going to basically be worthless this turn. And he's a slow suppression at that, because he can shoot the machine gun. This guy, you know what? I'm going to hold a second. I want to see if I thought I read somewhere that if they had line of sight to an enemy, they had to pass TQ and then draw. Maybe it might be a scenario specific. I'll be back. Yeah, here's what I was reading. If an enemy character enters terrain that is not defined as open, and it has an LOS to a spotted friendly character, it must make a TQC not modified by wounds and morale. If it passes, it would change its order to duck back at the end of the impulse. If it fails, there is no effect. Each order is described below. So that's just when they're moving, so they're going to go with their normal orders then. Now, I couldn't remember it was whether they started the turn, or that they drew and got an aimed fire right away. I know they do it as a special scenario in the one defend game I played, but that's probably where I was getting confused. And so down here, this guy is in the open, and he is normal. Suppression fire for him also. So he's also a slow suppression fire. Slow suppression. Okay. Now we're going to bring in our reinforcements starting at 11:05. We're going to roll for their orders too. And they're all coming in and aggressive. A lot of blue this time. Okay. Orders. Let me get the scenario up here. Rolling for starting at 11:05 again. That's a 1. That's going to be a evade 6. We should still have that available here without having to go through everything, so I'll just keep all them out. Evade 6. 6 is a evade 6-5. 9 is a sneak 5-6. 3 is an evade 5-6. And 9 is a sneak 5-6. All right. Next, complete the initiative order on the track. So let's see, we've got Charlie's 28, Charlie, blue, red. Charlie, blue, and red. And we'll put the turn down here on 2. Now we already got the reinforcements off. And so it's Charlie turn on impulse 1, turn 2, aimed fire, not on impulse 1. They can attempt to spot, can't see him, can't see any of them. Can see him, but he's already spotted, so there'll be nothing for these guys to do. Charlie's done impulse 1. Blue, he's going to evade 6-5. Attempt to spot. Don't think he can see anybody. Too long to them. He's going to evade 5-6, so he's going to go join him in the trees. Makes sense. They heard gunfire, so their guy's going down. He's in evade 5-6. He's going to head for the trees and the rocks. And he may be able to look over the rocks. There's a 1 hex blind spot, but he can actually try to see him. -2, -4. He needs a 0. Doesn't get it. And he might be able to. No, he can't see him because of the blind spot there. Sneak 5-6. He's going to attempt to spot. Again, needs a 0. Sees him. Oh, actually, that was 0 or 3, so he's definitely seen. And he's going to attempt to spot him. That will be a 0. And no, he doesn't see him. So that's the end of blue. Red, slow suppression. You can't see him, but he can go on them. So suppression doesn't get train modifiers, but it only creates a morale check on a hit. So, and he can't do anything in first impulse anyway. They're already spotted, so he's done. This guy will evade 6 and come down here. He can try to spot, but everybody he can see is spotted already. And this guy is slow suppression, but the same thing, can't do anything on the first impulse. So impulse 1 is done. On to impulse 2. Charlie, impulse 2, we can now fire. Machine gun. Let's get him going. He will be able to see him because of his height advantage. That's a 7. -2 plus 1 is -1. And then he's firing in the open. 0. So we get a -1 from 7, which is 6, and we got 4 shots for that. That's 2 hits and 3 hits. We go up to aggressive and we're low on ammo. So up to aggressive and low on ammo. But we get 3 hits in doing so. And let's draw our hits. First, bad wound. Second, KIA. Third, light wound. That was worth it. Discard, discard, discard. He goes down without a fight. Return to deck, return to deck, return to deck, and get a KIA down here. That was a sold that. So we just add 1. That's our second VP. Now, they can't see anybody, I think, because of the range of 5. Yep, everybody's already spotted, so they're done. Brings up Stubbs. Not Stubbs. Yeah, it is Stubbs. Stubbs. Range of 5. Can't see them. Can't see them. Can't see them. Can't see them. You can only see him. Yeah, that's going to be -2. 0 for firing in the open. -2. 0. He needs a 3. 1 shot. 0. He goes up to aggressive. And we draw a wound card. Close call morale check. So he's a 5 -3. 2. 1. Passes. No effect. Alright. Kowalski. He can see him. He can attempt to spot them. Not them. Not him. Not them. So Kowalski can attempt to spot them. Evading in the open. -2, -1. No, -2 plus 1 is -1. He needs a 4 or less. Does not. Kowalski will. Well, I shouldn't have done that till after his fire anyway. He's going to fire. That's a 4. At a range of 4 is 0. -2 for darkness. And 0 for terrain. So he needs a 2. And he gets a 2. Oh, we're getting the rolls on them today. Bad wound, evac. He's already got a bad wound on him, so he is KIA. And that's another soldat. And we bring down another KIA. Alright, so that gives us 3 victory points now. Doing a lot better than I did last time. First wave is completely out. Kowalski can't see anybody. Actually, nobody can do anything right now. Oh, might be able to spot him with Zano. Yes, he can attempt to spot him. -1 for evading, +1 for evading in the open. -2 for darkness. It's -1. Lozano is a 4. He needs a 3. It spots him. And that's Soldat Kraus. And he is also a recruit. So that's it. That's it for Charlie. Impulse 2 going to blue. We got an evade 5. Or, he'll be an evade 5 this time, so he comes up. Sneak 6 this time. So he's going to sneak down. And we're getting away from ourselves again. Can't see him. Doesn't matter. So the only people that need to be seen are him, and he can't see him, and him, and he can't see him. Same thing with this guy. He comes out. he can attempt to spot stubs at a range of 4 is +1, -2, -4, -3. He needs a 0 or a 1. Doesn't see him. Can't see him because of the blind spot. Evade 6 into the stones. Going to attempt to see him. Same thing. -3 needs a 0 or a 1. Doesn't see him. This guy is a sneak 6. He's going to come down here with the KIAs. And he's going to attempt to see him. -4. He needs a 0. And he gets it. So the only one left that's unspotted is old Connor sitting over here. And he's just kind of huddling in his foxhole. That's blue. Charlie. Evade 6. He's going to come down and share the hex with them. And he's going to attempt to spot no one because there's no one left to a spot. So that's the end of Impulse 2. Impulse 3, Charlie. They can't fire, so it's just a matter of spotting. Can't see the, can see them. Yes, they can see them because the 1 hex blind spot's done. So he's a 6. Both of those, well, he's the only one. +1 for evasion. +1 for evasion is a 7. -2 for darkness is a 5. And he sees him. And that's so that's Summer. He's a regular rifleman. Okay, now we're going to attempt to see him in the trees. That'll be a evade in the trees. Should be a -2, I believe. And I made a mistake already. I remember that now. Sneak. He should not have snuck. He should have only. This is Impulse 3, so he should only be 1 hex off his immediate or first one. So he did 6. And then he did 5, so he should have just done a 5 the first turn. Remember them sneaks. And this guy down here is a sneak also. Same thing, he should have gone sneak 5 on his first time, which is right here. So they would not be doing any movement right now. And so they would not be able to be seen because they're too far out or behind trees and rocks. So this guy evading in the open. No, that's a rocks, I think. Yes. Evading in the rocks. -2. -4 for darkness. +1 for. So that's a -3. 9 doesn't see him. Lozano, range of 4, +1, -4. +1 -4 is -3. Lozano is a 4. He needs his 1 or 0. No. He can actually see him past the rock, so we'll take a look at him too. That's going to be a -4, so he's a 0. Doesn't see him. Don't think he can see the other guy past the rocks. Yeah, barely. 0 on him also. Doesn't see him. And this guy can't see anybody. These guys can spot any at range 5 now. That would be him in the rocks, -2, -4. Thomas is a 7, so that's a 3. And Butterman, so so we're looking for a 3 or a 1. 3 first, gets it. Thomas spots him. And that's Sold Out Wolf. He's a regular rifleman. Okay, blue, Impulse 3. Evading 6. and that's going to be down. Okay, he's evading 5, which will be up, and nobody can see him yet, so no spotting to be done. Impulse 3, those guys don't go yet. Red, evade 6, going to come down here with Summer. All right, Impulse 4, Charlie, trying to cut loose. Um, let's get our aim fire guys going first. He can't see them, but he can see them. So Stubbs is going to try to shoot at Wolf, who is evading in the open. +1, or is that -1? -1 to fire. Right, -1, -2. +1 for the range is -2. He's a 5. He needs a 3. 9. Low ammo. Okay. That didn't work very well. Kowalski. Kowalski can see all kinds. He's got a target-rich environment. We're going to go for these guys. We're going to go for Summer. That's a +1, -2 for darkness, -1 for evade. So that's -3, +1, -2. He needs a 2 to hit. And he hits. We're getting some good rolls today. Bad wound. We'll go ahead and take his evade off of him now. Bring down a bad wound. Bring down a duck back. Going to roll a wound check. 2. He is a 5. 2. 3, 4. So he only loses 1 morale. All right, and Kowalski can try to spot, but I don't think he can see anybody because of the train. That goes through the trees, that goes through the rocks. Everybody else is, come on, get out of my range. Sometimes I hate that. There we go. Aimed fire. Lozano. He's going to go after good old sold out Wolf. It's a range of 3, so it's going to be a +1, -2 is a -1, and then -1 for evading in the open. That's going to be a -2, so he needs a 2. We're having trouble coming out of the LOS today. Alright, needs a 2. Doesn't get it. Going to attempt to spot if he can see anybody. He can actually try to spot him and him. So they're evading here, both sneaking in the open, which is a -1, -3 because of darkness. And he is a 4, so we need a 1. Go for the top one first. Sees him, doesn't see the second one. That's a dummy. All right, here they come. Connor's still not doing shit up here on the hill. I'm going to leave him there, though. I don't want to get him out of the foxhole. We do have the machine gunner Thomas up here. They can see everybody. I'm going to go for Wolf. He's a scary one. So where it's a 7, -1 for a +1 for range, -1 for evading in the open, so that's 0. -2 for darkness, so that's a 5. So we got 3 hits. Unfortunately, not out of ammo. So we've got thinking here. Sorry about that. Draw 3 hits on him. My brain's starting to get a little tired. This will be my last turn. Light wound, bad wound, which is 4, and an enemy event. So we better take care of that right now. That is um, the enemy gets to do illumination, and we're helping them out on our own. We roll 1 die 6. That's a 1. Goes to 1807. Of course it does, right there. So let's get a star shell down here. Put it in 1807. And theirs probably will not scatter. 1 die 6 minus 2. It'll be 0. So yeah, no matter what direction, it's not going to scatter. And after this turn, we can check to see if this one disappears. But now it doesn't matter. Once again, I'm in the predicament I was in before, where they can see me, and I can't see them very well. So they're going to have the distinct advantage now. So we get rid of that card. And we draw another one. Close call. So that's going to be 4. And Wolf is a 5. So he will survive this. I'm going to go light wound, bad wound, close call. Light wound first. That turns into a duck back. Light wound comes down. He's a 5. -1 is a 4. +2 is a 6. Rolls for the wound check. That's an 8. That's 2 off of his morale. Goes to normal. And we bring a bad wound down. So that'll be a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wound check. 8. That's 2 more down. So he goes from aggressive to shaken, just like that. And then we've got a close call morale check to do. And so this is just a regular morale check, and he is at a 1. No, he's at 0. So if he rolls a 0, we'll have to go in and do a roll of 0 roll. But he didn't. He failed, so that goes down another one. Route. Just like that. Well, I guess getting hit by a machine gun would do that. All right. That's it for Charlie. Impulse 4. Blue. Duck back turns to a hide. Duck back hide turns to a hide. And we're sneaking 6. And there's nobody to really spot because he can't see him. Red. Evading 6. Try and get these guys back organized a little bit now. And still can't see him. That's it for red. That's the end of the turn. We'll go through the SOP, and then hopefully I'll remember to shut it off at the end of the officially at the end of the turn. No grenades, no medic, no plans, no smoke, no waiting characters. Remove all orders. Reset the initiative track. Place enemy cards that are on the initiative track in the enemy discard pile. Do the same for the friendlies. And reset impulse marker to 1. Not the end of the turn. Not the end of the game. Set turn marker to 3. And return to step 1. And that will be the end of this video. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll do it again on turn 3, bringing in the next wave of reinforcements. We've got 3 down, 3 showing, and 1 hidden. Thanks again for joining. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you all next time.